Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Sip. My name is Oliver and my mission is to bring you closer to organic Japanese green tea. And today what we are going to dive into is actually if we can steep matcha. So I want to dive into giving one matcha a little bit of time just to develop in the water, to sit a little bit in the water and then maybe give a little bit of a different taste. And I will try a matcha right away and I will see if there's any taste difference between these two matchas. For this I brought two matcha bowls. Very important, I brought a chosen, so the matcha whisk. I brought a teaspoon and I brought a sifter and two glasses. So I will directly hop into it and do the first matcha. So very important is to place the sifter over your chawan or over your matcha bowl, or if you have a cereal bowl, this works very well. Just look that at the bottom you have a nice space to actually really sift the matcha. And then we're gonna use around 2 grams of matcha. We're gonna sift it through. Voila, that's the one. And we're gonna use around 100 milliliters of water. In this case, I'm using one matcha which is coming from the south of Japan, from Kagoshima, from the region of Kagoshima. It's a mix of Samidori and Okomidori, so two quite sweet cultivars. And what is really nice about this matcha is that there is actually a nice foamy. So you see at the top of this matcha there's a nice foam which is creating very nice. So I will just let this sit now for a moment. And we're gonna go into the second one. So take the same amount of matcha and we're gonna prepare this one just with a small delay. And voila. What is important is that your powder really gets fine, so you can see it gets really fine, and I can really turn it around in the chawan and it doesn't have any crumbs. So this is very important when you do your matcha. Really sift it through nicely. And now we're just gonna, nope, that was wrong, sorry. We're gonna pour the water in, also 100 milliliter. Voila, now it's right. Good, and we're gonna sift this matcha as well. So we have around 2 minutes of time difference between these two matchas. Foaminess similar. Et voila, good. So now the glasses. So let's just pour these matchas in the glasses. This is number one, so the one I let sit a little bit. And we have the second one here. Not as easy to pour. Good. So now let's have a look. So clear, both matchas are the same in terms of color. So very beautiful green, which you can see, dark green color of this matcha. The Marufuku matcha, quite a grassy, nice mix of sweet Samidori and this full-bodied Okomidori. But what is nice about this matcha is actually that it shows a little bit more of a hint of a citrusy note in the end. So that's why I personally like this matcha, especially when I need a small kick, a refreshing kick in the morning. Then I grab this one. So let's see. So this one is the long one. Nice, round, sweet, creamy. And let's see how the short steamed one. Nice. So actually there is a small difference between the matchas. It's not very, very dominant. So it's never as leaving the matcha for a long, long time in or leaving normal leaves in water, which turn really, really kind of astringent. Here with the matcha, what is nice when you let it sit a little bit, it kind of gets a little bit more of a hint of creaminess. So it's absolutely worth it to let it sit a little bit. I have much more of this malty, sweet, round texture, which I'm getting from this matcha here. Meanwhile here, I see this one turning as well a little bit into it. So what actually happens when you have a matcha and you just let it sit a little bit, the tea can really evolve, and it somehow gives the tea a little bit more of a full body, a richer and a little bit of a smoother and a creamier texture of the same matcha than when you drink it right away. So the matcha powder seems to get a little bit bigger. So the small powder grains, they really kind of seem to enlarge, and you don't feel it too much, but there's just a slight adding creaminess, a little bit more of kind of a sweet and roundness and more of a full-bodied tea, which is evolving. So I have to admit that by just doing this small test, I can see that tea, when you let it sit a little bit, especially matcha, just in the water, this matcha then evolves in a much more of a creamy, round and smooth matcha. While when you drink it right away, you have a little bit more of a kind of this hydrating, a little more of a freshness. And the longer you actually leave it in, also with the temperature coming a little bit down of the water, the more kind of the sweetness evolves, and especially the texture changes. And this is the main kind of change which I could see with this matcha. Good. So a small test. It's very, very creamy. And this one also going much more in the creaminess. It's sure that the water temperature also plays a role, but kind of there's this malty, sweet texture becoming much more dominant while the matcha is sitting. So what I could suggest you is just when you do your matcha, just let it sit maybe for 1 minute. That's enough. And then you let it evolve a little bit more of the smoothness, a little bit more of this more silky texture of the tea, and then the enjoyment is even bigger because you have a more of this smooth, sweet kind of gliding sensation on the top of your tongue, combined with the smoothness of the matcha. Good. This. I think a good learning for me as well is that even with matcha, when you give it a little bit of time, it's absolutely worth a while, especially when you have a good quality one, then much more of the sweeter and the kind of the smoother side of the matcha seems to give itself open to the water. Good. Thanks a lot for watching. This one was a short one today, so I hope you liked it. And if you want anything to be covered or any topic you're interested in, I'm more than happy to do it. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.